Eid al-Fitr is one of the most widely celebrated Islamic festivals, which marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. On this day, Muslims show their gratitude towards Allah for offering them health and endurance to get through the long fasting period of Ramadan. Muslims offer prayer and thank Allah for His blessings and rewards. It is a highly anticipated festival, as it is celebrated to promote brotherhood and togetherness among the Muslims. It is a day of happiness, forgiveness, prayers, and excitement for Muslims across the globe, celebrated in the month of Shawwal. Everyone from kids to adults and senior citizens eagerly awaits for the day to mark the end of fasting and brings festive cheer. Well, as Muslims Umar celebrate this auspicious day, what are the security tips put in place to ensure a peaceful celebration across the country? This and more we shall be discussing on the program. I am Eucharia Clinton. Welcome to Nigeria Today. I am now joined by Deputy Corps Commander Honey Ogundayo, Head National Traffic Radio, FRSC. You're welcome to the program. And also joining us is SP Anjuguri Manza, Admin Officer, Force Public Relations Department, Force Headquarters. Good to have you with us.
Thank you very much, and good evening, listener, viewer.
So, Honey, how ready is the FRSC to ensure safety, during the Eid? Because of course, we have an influx of people, vehicular movement, heavy vehicular movement, and all of that. So, how forced is the FRSC to ensure we have safety on our roads, highways, and within the city?
Thank you very much. During this festive period, we have influx of people, influx of vehicles here and there. So the Corps Marshal Dauda Alibiu has directed all commanding officers that all hands must be on the deck to make sure that we reduce traffic crashes on the road, traffic injuries, traffic fatalities, and the response time must be well attended to. So we are ready, we are fully ready. Both personnel, logistics are being deployed for the success of the Eid al-Fitr.
So are there some security flashpoints that are given specific attention in this during this period?
Yes, because there are some areas that are crash prone. Those ones have been taken care of. All our zebras, that's our ambulance points. They are also in touch with all these things. We are saying everybody is fully ready. We have 24-hour services. Even the National Traffic Radio, we give traveling advisory, we talk to people, public enlightenment, public education on all social media, on all media houses, just like the one we're having now. So we are fully ready.
Okay, I'll get back to you so that you give us some tips on how to be safe during this period. So, Manza, how prepared is the police to ensure that crime and criminality are put in check within this celebration?
The Nigeria Police Force attaches a lot of significance to events of this magnitude. We look at the national scope of the celebration. It cuts across the length and breadth of the country, and we know that Islamic adherent, this is time for them to celebrate after the fast. Every arrangement has been put in place. A detailed operation order has been prepared to cater for the security of this season. The operation plan covers the Eid praying grounds across the length and breadth of the country, the recreational points, and even places where you have a gathering of people. We've made adequate arrangement to ensure that these places are properly protected, and people who are going out to celebrate do not go out with any form of fear or apprehension in their minds while going out to celebrate with their loved ones. We've also made our deployments are both for those who are the uniformed police operative and those who are in the covert officers have also been deployed. Some you would see in uniform, like I am dressed in uniform. Others you will not see, but we have adequate deployments. Our traffic personnel too have also been prepared to also provide us as to support our colleagues in the road safety in providing us as a traffic direction for commuters as they move across Eid Praying Ground. You know, and so at times like this, you also have the issue of parking of vehicles. We deploy all our personnel to ensure that we have a seamless Salah celebration.
Thank you very much. Honey, so like I said earlier, you give us some tips on, some safety tips so that people will be conscious of what to do and what not to do to be safe.
Yes, thank you. When I was talking the other time, I talked about going to everywhere. Mostly all these transportation agencies, parks, anywhere we can see people. We even go to mosque, we go to churches, anywhere we can just meet with people to talk to them. While talking to them, we don't talk to only drivers. We also talk to passengers because we know that you don't allow your safety to depend on another person. So even when the driver decides to be speeding, it's your duty as a passenger to say, please stop, take it slowly. We know that during festive period, you see that drivers are always rushing, trying to make some more money. But we tell them that you need to drive to stay alive because only the living celebrate. So we tell them, don't overspeed, don't overload, maintain your lane, don't drink and drive. Many other things that we tell them. Some people, somebody that you cannot see very well, you just go and take your vehicle and start driving. Maybe you are ill, you are sick, start driving. Maybe you are not feeling well. Maybe you are not even of age to drive.
They are underage.
You are underage driver. You just pick a vehicle because you have opportunity to have such a vehicle. So all these things we tell people, you need to be alive to celebrate.
What about the use of phones?
Yes, use of phone. Yes. It's a no for us. Some people, when you meet them using their phone, say, oh, what's your business? It's my life. We tell them, what's your concern? We are very much concerned. We don't want people to be using their phones while driving because it has grave implication. We have seen so many people like that. They say, I can cope, I can manage. You can't manage. When you are distracted, you are distracted. When you are picking your phone, we say, there's something we say in FRSC parlance, behind a ball, there's always a boy. By the time you bend down to pick your call, a boy might be running across the road. I don't want to tell you what will happen next. You don't want to hear it.
So Master Hishi has told us what to do to be safe on our roads, but what should give us some tips on what people should be conscious of to ensure that they are secure during this period of
I think the principal thing is first cooperating with the police and the security agencies. We would encourage members of the public to cooperate with us as we go out to discharge this duty. We know it's a fun-filled moment, but while you go for this celebration, you also know that you have security agents that are there to provide you security. So always first cooperate with them when they provide a guide. If they say you should park in this direction, you should go this way, kindly oblige them that cooperation. You may not know, you may not be privy to what they have, what information they have. So they are expert at that particular, they are expert in that area, and you need to cooperate with them. We also enjoy members of the public to be security conscious. Security conscious, when you see things that you are not sure of, don't try to probe further. Alert the police. We have our men deployed. Wherever you see any policeman, kindly please draw our attention to it and say, we have seen A, B, and C. Perhaps the person, you see a vehicle parked and you are suspicious of the vehicle, the car has been parked there for quite some time and you don't seem to be sure of where the car is parked. You are not an expert in that area. Alert the police, we know what to do. If it warrants involving our experts in the EOD to come and check the status of the vehicle in question, we will do that. If you see any person that you don't seem to be comfortable with, try to alert us. We have our men around. Any policeman you see, do draw their attention to it and say, I've seen A, B, and C. Despite with the specification, and tell them you are not too comfortable with the person. If it means to reach out to the person to make inquiries and try to get some further details, we will do that. But the most important thing is, let's work together. The security agencies are there to provide security for the people. We must appreciate the presence of the security agents. And once there's guide, or once there are advice or suggestions from them, we should do as much as possible to heed to such suggestions.
Okay, you just talked about people, alerting the police when they, notice any suspicious kind of movement or things they are not so sure about. What about the identity of the the informant?
I would tell you that we attach premium to the identity of our informants. Any information given to us, we treat it with utmost confidentiality. Why? Because it's a trust. For you to have come to us, it's a matter of trust, and we owe you that responsibility as an informant to protect your identity. And also we create a platform where if you can't come to us directly, you can also make phone calls. And that's why across the commands, you see distress call numbers that the commands have rolled out. You can pull the call across to those numbers without necessarily showing yourself. You can also try to approach the most senior person on ground and tell them this is it. But the key thing is, I want to assure members of the public that we will do everything to protect them, to ensure that whenever information I give, we receive information from them, we will treat it with utmost confidentiality. The key thing is, we are not out for the person who gave us information. We are out for we are out to make the most of the information given to us.
Okay. The reason why I asked that is that some persons have, complained that they'll tell you they're afraid to give any information to the police because after giving the information, some of them have even said that they were even arrested while coming to give such information, and some they will start engaging them in some kind of interview. How are you sure? What did you see? And all of that. But since you have assured us that if you give the information, that
I think I also give you a rider to that. When people give information, I think this is actually the missing link or the disconnect in information sharing. At times, we have the ego thing. You give information to the police and you go among your peers or among people around you and say, I have dealt with that situation, I've told the police. You have a leak from that direction. Oftentimes, people will say there's a leak that comes from the police. I may not come out outwardly to say yes or no, but I can tell you that we've had issues where people want to deal because they have issues with a particular set of person. They want to then set up the person. We are not asking for such information. We are asking for information that will help in saving lives and property. We are also appealing to members of the public that when you share information with the police, it is pertinent that you do not share the information with a third party. Because by the time you begin to spread it among your friends, you do not know how far the person you are giving the information to will go with that information. And before you know it, we have a breach. We have a compromise, first, on the operation that the police is supposed to carry out. Secondly, you have also exposed yourself to some form of imminent danger. On our part, we want to assure members of the public that their protection is key to us, and we will do everything to safeguard their lives and their property. Information given to us will be treated with utmost confidentiality, but when you share information with the police, do not share it with others.
So let's join our correspondent, Ekemedi Williams, as she gets the opinion of the public on the safety during the Eid al-Fitr celebration. We'll be right back.
Know that most of the security men too will be involved in the celebration, but they should know that Nigeria now, we are restless. They should make sure that they secure the lives of people. Even if they postpone their own enjoyment, whatever or whichever, for the sake of safety of people is worth it.
Like the security should cooperate with the citizens. Yeah, then the citizens too should obey the securities. So when they obey each other, then everything will go on smooth. There will not be any violence, there will not be any insecurity or any problems.
They will be careful with everybody they see around you. Listen, that's the only thing, my sister Abby.
Welcome back. The program is still Nigeria Today. I'm still here with my guest, the ACC Honey Ubudayo National Traffic Corps, and SP Anjuguri Manza, Admin Officer Force Public Relations Department Force Headquarters. Now, I know you just heard what some of our correspondents there say, but I want to find out how far have the FRSC leveraged on the, we are in the era of technology. How far have you leveraged on technology to ensure we have a robust safety architecture?
Yes, thank you so much. Before I answer that, let me quickly chip in about night journeys. Okay. When I was talking about tips that time, I omitted it. Everybody should plan their journeys because we are going to be having high vehicular movement this time. So if you are planning to go to Lagos by road, don't just leave home maybe around 12 and start speeding on the road or start traveling late into the night. During night journeys, so many things happen. Even if there is any crash at all, they may not get help in time because before people will alert us or alert other security agencies, our sister agencies, it might take time in the night. So we appeal to people, if you can avoid night journeys, please do. Then talking about technology, yes, we have leveraged on technology so much. We have cameras. Even when our men go on the road, you see them wearing cameras, this body cam. So it tells a lot of story. Yes. Yes. Then we also have our call center where people can call into, because we cannot be everywhere at all the time. So we also leverage on people, passerbys, sister agencies, anybody on the road to dial our number 122. When you dial the number, it will go directly to our call center. And the call center will link up with any place in Nigeria, any of our commands, to inform them there is a crisis somewhere or an obstruction on the road. So we can give it prompt attention.
So how responsive is
yes, our response time used to be 15 minutes, but now it has been changed to even 5 minutes. At instances, intermittently, when you are going on the road, you see FRSC men almost at everywhere. So you cannot travel far before you meet another team. Travel small, you meet another team. So it's like that. So our response time is very, very on time. At least 5 minutes, we are there, or lesser than that.
Okay, just like I asked about technology, how well has the police leveraged on social media because of course we're in the era of social media to pass information to people, because a lot of what you just said, if it's out there in the public via the social media, would avert a lot of criminal activities within our area. So how well have you leveraged?
I think one thing we should appreciate is we are in the social media age. So our society of the revolves around social media. If you sit down to look at the number of hours you spend on your phone, you notice that you spend a lot of time on your phone going through different platforms. And what the police has done as an institution is to leverage on it. When we have information to pass, we will push such information across through our respective platforms. We go through the Twitter. I could tell you that the Force Public Relations Office is very active on that. You also go to we have the Facebook page, and we leverage on every available social media platform to reach out, to put across information to members of the public. Beyond just passing out information, we also try to we use it as an instrument for the cultivation of feedback. We monitor the social media to hear what the people are saying about the police, what are the concerns of the people as to our service delivery. And with those information we harvest from the social media, we go back to the drawing board to see how we can work on it to provide a quality service delivery that will meet the yearnings of the people. So for us, we are not just looking at the social media, we are making the most of it in reaching out to members of the public. It's a tool for receiving complaints. From the social media, we've taken actions on personnel via things we've seen on the social media. We've also used it as an avenue to also communicate to members of the public and tell them that this is what we expect of you as members of the public. Certain things, we not just focus on the police alone. At times we also monitor other social media. We look at the trends on Twitter, look at what are the people saying on Twitter. Whether they mention police or they don't mention the police, we try to look. This trend, what is its security implication? We are very keen about it. We have the cybercrime unit of the Nigerian Police Force, which goes deep into this particular area of the National Cyber Crime Center, which goes in depth into the issue of monitoring activities on the cyberspace. So the Nigerian Police Force is very much adaptive to the social media platform, and we are using it in the discharge of our duties.
What about the technology? Just like I asked, in ensuring, safety within and outside Abuja.
Well, we work with, for instance, we would always encourage members of the public, business owners, to install CCTV cameras within their premises. At strategic point, we also encourage people to also have CCTV cameras within their homes. What these cameras help us to do is give us information. It gives us idea of the persons behind the commission of a crime. It gives us the idea of how the crime was perpetrated and what area did they use to, what was the escape route the criminals had used, or the criminal elements had used in escaping from the scene. It provides good lead for us, and we use this opportunity to appeal to encourage members of the public. If you have the means, please install cameras within your business, your business facilities. Install CCTV cameras around your worship centers. Install CCTV cameras in your homes, because this will serve as quality or good lead to the sector, to our team of investigators when we're investigating crime. We don't pray for it, but we also will not fold our arms and say it's not going to happen. So what do? You put in mitigating factor. Do you know that just the sight of a camera alone deters criminals from committing crime? Once a person comes within the premises, you notice people will begin to look, scan the environment with their eyes to see where is the camera, and you notice what the person would have done on a normal day. You will see some adjustment in the person's conduct, because he knows, or he or she knows, that the camera is on. If camera is on in, and perhaps the camera may just catch his or her actions. So we are doing a lot in that area. We are also carrying out a sensitization to members of the public on the need to have embrace the CCTV cameras, to install such cameras within their facilities. It has gone a long way in assisting us in cracking crimes that have been committed. And we will not stop canvassing for it, because it's actually very helpful. When you have a camera on ground in your home, you go out and you come back, it gives opportunity to know. By the time you do a review of the camera, you will know what transpired in your absence. We also want to appeal to business owners, because we've also noticed that people just install the cameras and they don't monitor. So when you have a business facility and you know it brings in a lot of people to such facility, what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to have people behind the scene monitoring movements, monitoring activities. If you're not too sure of any individual within the premises, it gives you an opportunity. Once you're monitoring, you can now alert the police and say, there's someone within our facility, and we seem not to understand what this man is doing. He has been pacing here and there. But when you just install a camera for cosmetics, without putting in someone behind the camera, especially where you have a beehive of activities, where you have big businesses, you just install the camera and don't have people to monitor it. The individual can just come and perpetrate the crime and just go. That will not be destroyed. It will now create. It will give the person an opportunity to even escape, because nobody is monitoring. But when you are monitoring, you allow the security police. We will be on ground to pick the person immediately, and it makes the investigation faster and swift.
Thank you very much, Menza. So what will be your parting words? I mean, speak to the public as they prepare for Eid al-Fitr celebration. Yes,
on behalf of the Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety, we want to wish all our Muslim faithful happy Salah. And while we are wishing them happy Salah, we are looking at having the road without recording deaths. We are talking about 0 deaths on the road. So how can we have 0 deaths on the road? We are appealing to the consciousness of people. We want attitudinal change. You know, at times you can say we are doing enforcement, but you know, that enforcement or asking them to go and pay some fines is not it. What we want from them is attitudinal change. You want to stay alive, to spend the money you are looking for. Don't overspeed, don't overload, don't use phone while driving, don't maintain lane discipline, don't anything that can cause crash. Don't allow your your safety to depend on another person. Don't drink and drive. So all this is, use your seat belt, it saves life. And in case they see anything on the road, they should dial 122. It's a feel-free toll number.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. A lot has been said about safety and security. That's it on Nigeria Today. But before we go, we'd like to appreciate our guests for their time and contributions. Deputy Corps Commander Hani Ogudayo, National Traffic Radio Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC. Thank you very much for coming, for your time and contribution. And also SP Anjuguri Manza, Admin Officer, Force Public Relations Department, Force Headquarters. Thank you very much for coming and your contributions.
Thank you for availing me the platform.
We also thank our viewer. Thank you for always being there. And don't forget Nigeria Today air weekdays at 7:30 p.m. on NTA News 24. You can watch these and other episodes on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. I am your carrier, Clinton. Goodbye.